Hi, this is my presentation on food sources within the Fresno community. For introduction and background, throughout the United States there are several areas that source food locally. In Fresno especially, there are several resources within the community that provide access to healthy food options to lower income parts or undeserved parts of the community. Overall, these food sources aren't just grown and sold locally to homes and other places, but it also helps hunger, reduces waste, and improves overall air quality, as well as generating energy and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. For this presentation, I would like to focus in on two locations in particular in Fresno that help source food within the community, and those are Food Commons Fresno and Food to Share. For our first location, which is Food Commons Fresno, also known as FCF for short, it was originally launched in 2009 as a system for local foods around the Fresno area. As years went by, the program has organized into 5 local enterprises. One of them is Ubi, which is a food box program for people at home who could subscribe and get food delivered to their door. 504 Belmont is a commissary and commercial kitchen in Fresno. Wholesale is an enterprise that serves chefs and retailers by bringing local and seasonal and sustainable food. Road 20 Farm is a 75-acre farm that grows fresh products for wholesale as well as Ubi and other customers across the state. Food Commons Trust is also a not-for-profit corporation that provides food donations as well as education and work to build a healthy and wealthy community. For our second location, we chose Food to Share. It's a community food partnership with Fresno Metro Ministry, or FMM, that give opportunities to help with food insecurity as well as have environmental solutions for them. It increases access to food to other undeserved parts of the city. It makes significant contributions toward the overall betterment of air quality, the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, for renewable energy production. How they get the food is from farmers markets, supermarkets, food services, and food distributors, and they also share with local churches and food kitchens as well. Something we wanted to add in for Food Commons and just food sources in general were the principles for a just and sustainable food commons. It shows 11 principles to have a well-rounded and sustainable food commons. The article mentioned that Fresno was the first prototype for food commons because it is home to nearly $8 billion agriculture industry, and it mentions that Fresno hosts some of the highest rates of poverty and pollution, as well as food insecurity in the US, so that's kind of why they did their prototype in Fresno. A question that we should ask as Christians is, why should we care? So, as a community class and as Christians, we want to understand why these locations and food sourcing is so important for the community as the environment and as people. These local food sources persistently bring up the theme of stewardship is what we saw. Making wise uses of natural resources is an example of what good stewardship is, and both of these locations show that. It is also shown in the Bible that stewardship can be looked at as utilizing all resources God provided for us for the betterment of creation. This can also be looked at specifically in the book of Genesis when it talks about creation. So God basically created the earth and all that we live in, and we should take care of it. We have a duty to take care of it, and that's exactly what these food communities are doing. We are supporting local businesses, helping those in need, and we can do this in such a sustainable way that is good for the environment and good for the people as a whole.